Hey everybody, my name is Noah, welcome back to the show. A few things to get into before I start this video. First of all, this is going to be a relatively low energy, kind of chill video because I spent the last 2 nights at concerts, both of which I was in the mosh pit, so my entire body hurts. I just got home from work and I am coming down from a caffeine rush because I got 4 hours of sleep last night and I desperately needed Monster. So yeah, today's going to be a low energy video because I don't really have a whole lot of energy to spare at the moment. I'm going to try and make it a little bit more entertaining through editing, but there's really only so much I can do. Don't expect my usual, high energy, heavy edited, zany kind of video. If you come here expecting that, I'm deeply sorry. You're going to be very disappointed, but don't you fret. I have a very special Let's Play planned out to release about 2 weeks from now because that's about how often I upload about me. So if you want a high energy, heavy edited, zany kind of video, then that'll be perfect for you, but this is not where you go. Second of all, if you notice that there's kind of a dip in audio quality, it's because normally I record with my camera, which has a pretty good mic. This camera right here, I've been recording this with this camera since the Attack on Titan 2 Let's Play. It has a pretty good, it's a pretty good camera, it has a good mic. But I'm not, as you can see, I'm clearly not using it for this video. I'm using my phone because my dumbass doesn't keep this fucking battery charged. I decided it'd be a fun idea to procrastinate this video up until the very last minute. So as it is, I'm already rushing this video. I'm already trying to, record it as soon as possible. I'm already, crunching hardcore to get the editing finished so I can upload it as soon as possible. And if I had to wait until this thing charged, I would never be able to upload this video today. So, phone camera for today. But Niall, I'm blind and I didn't get to read the title or see what the thumbnail looked like. What's today's video gonna be about? First of all, I'm happy to see Stevie Wonder's watching my videos. Glad you're here, my dude. Second of all, that's a really good question. Today I wanted to talk about KickVic, the whole KickVic movement, and then I'm gonna use that to segue into something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, which that part will be a surprise. So if you don't know what the KickVic movement is, basically Mr. Victor here, with a last name that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, is finding himself in a little bit of hot water at the moment. You might recognize him because he is the voice actor for Edward Elric and I think Trunks from DBZ, Adult Trunks from DBZ. I could be wrong on that. I know he does something in DBZ, and I think it's Trunks, but not 100% sure. The VA role that's a little bit more relevant to today's video is Crow Brownwin. He voice acts Crow Brownwin from RWBY, or voice acted, I'll get to that. Because he's recently been accused by multiple voice actors of sexual assault. Because, they can't think of anything else to ruin a man's career with. And if you want to see a more in-depth dive into the whole KickVic movement and what's going on right now, I'm gonna link you to a channel known as Hero Hey. That man is doing God's work. But basically the long and short of it is, like I said, he was accused of sexual assault by multiple voice actors, pulling up things like pictures of him, God forbid, hugging fans of his. Oh my God, that's such a normal thing to do. Like, look at this. Look at this. Does this look like sexual assault to you? I've done more intimate shit than this at emo night with people I've known for 30 minutes. This is nothing. So yeah, if you didn't already know my stance on the whole KickVic thing, these accusations are 100% horseshit. And I really couldn't care less about them if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, which is why I'm not going super deep into it. Again, check out Hero Hay's channel. But yeah, this man is kind of fucked. He's been fired from RoosterTeeth, he's been fired from Funimation, he's been banned from multiple conventions. There are still a few conventions that have kept him around, including today's special shout out, Community Festival, which is honestly a convention I found out about because of the fact that they they're standing with Vic and they have him invited to their convention. And then the further I looked into it, the more I kind of realized I kind of want to go. So I mean, if you're going to Community Festival, you might see me there. Because, shit, that sounds like fun. But anyway, I do hope he gets hired back at RoosterTeeth and Funimation. I hope he gets unbanned from all these conventions. I'm not holding my breath, because if you don't already know, RoosterTeeth and Funimation are vastly left-leaning politically. They're not gonna let him back. But while I was browsing the internet, looking at videos surrounding KickVic and I Stand with Vic and stuff like that, I discovered a video talking about something called Shane's Letter, which is something I have never heard of before. And let me tell you, if you watch RWBY or RoosterTeeth in general and haven't heard of Shane's Letter, I highly advise that you stick around to hear about it, because Jesus fucking Christ, this is the most insane shit I've ever heard, and I can't believe I haven't heard of this until now. Like, this just went completely under the radar for the last God knows how many years, and I just heard about it. Basically, Shane's Letter is a letter written by a man named Shane. More specifically, it is a 35-page letter written by Shane, who, if you don't know, was Montiom's right-hand man, essentially. It was basically his apprentice, for lack of a better term. He wrote out this whole letter after Monty died, because he was because he had concerns about Rooster Teeth diverging from the late creator's original vision and changing the story to suit what they want to do with it, rather than committing to what Montiom wanted to do with it. The letter talked about stuff like how they actively changed things that Monty wanted to do with Ruby. Montiom's wife, who had a major hand in making Ruby volumes 1 and 2, and I think a little bit of 3. So needless to say, she played a massive role in the creation of Ruby. And basically, according to the letter, again, take this all with a grain of salt, because this is all just word of mouth. According to the letter, Rooster Teeth basically said, we want nothing to do with her. We don't want her interfering with the creation of Ruby, despite the fact that she's literally the wife of the man who created the show, which is, by the way, Rooster Teeth's flagship series at the moment. They wouldn't be nearly as successful as they are without Ruby. Again, take it all with a grain of salt. It's all word of mouth. You can choose to believe it if you want. Personally, I do believe it, because there are so many things within Ruby that do not make sense whatsoever unless you believe in what in what was said in the document. It makes more sense to believe that it's true, to me anyway. Volumes 4 through 6 really do feel like it's Rooster Teeth's show rather than Monty's show, and it all just feels kind of backstabby, because when Monty died, they had a whole they had a whole day dedicated to basically honoring his memory. They turn around and completely backstab Monty by diverging from his vision, changing the show that he created, and basically not allowing Monty's wife to continue working on the show that Monty worked so hard in creating. And this on top of the KickVic stuff, which I understand, I had to say this unless I'm gonna get a bunch of it in the comment section. I understand Rooster Teeth is a private company. They can fire whoever the hell they want, but it's really unsettling that anyone can say anything about anybody and their life is ruined. On top of, firing Vic, on top of allegedly screwing over Monty's original vision and completely excommunicating his wife and Shane from the entire project. Ruby, as a show, has just been going downhill lately. You want to talk about that? Let's talk about that. Volume 6 was fucking garbage. It was an absolute train wreck. The only good part about Volume 6 was Crow, and now his voice actor just got fired, so who knows how that character's going to be dealt with from here on out. And Rooster Teeth seems to have this mentality that all too many YouTubers have, where any form of criticism whatsoever immediately equals hate, which is not the case. There's a difference between hate and criticism. Oh, you didn't really like the way Bumblebee was handled? Homophobic. Oh, you didn't like that we killed off Adam? You're rooting for the abusive boyfriend. Oh, you're a garbage human being. You don't like that I was going on Twitter calling Republicans rapists during the whole the Kavanaugh thing that was going on? You're a rape apologist. Oh no. Oh, you don't like the way we've been handling a majority of our shows for the last few months? See, there's a difference between criticism and hate. But that wasn't hate, that was criticism. Well, you know, if you don't like a show, you should just not watch it. You shouldn't talk about it. You shouldn't criticize it. You should just not watch it. Yeah, because that did so well for Battlefield 5. I'm sure it won't backfire on us at all, right? That whole company's just going downhill at this point. I'm sorry if I was a little bit all over the place. This video is very similar in structure to the Parkland video, except slightly less depressing, in the sense that there's not really any outline. I just kind of turn on the camera and speak. Hope you enjoyed the video for today. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel for, I was gonna say content like this, but I don't really make videos like this very often. But again, you know, look forward to the very special Let's Get coming out in about 2 weeks. Fuck, my upload schedule is so stupid. And until next time, everyone, this is Niall, signing out.